How's the Brandon from ThirstGym.com, and today we're doing an exercise called the kneeling jump. Now this is a great plyometric exercise. It is a little bit on the advanced scale, so just make sure your athletes have the required strength and plyometric experience to be able to do it. But I really like this because it really focuses to work on the extension at the hips. We're not really getting anything at the ankles. This is a very hip dominant based exercise, but think of this great for like your wrestlers, grapplers, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu people, anybody that's got to get off the ground quickly. It works great. Or if you're just trying to work violent hip extension, that can also be great as well. So all you really need is some space. You're going to get down on the ground on your knees, so like the name says, kneeling jump. But what we're going to do, you can start tall or you can have them start here. This is going to completely take the stretch shortening cycle out of it. This is even more challenging, so I would progress to this if you want to make this harder, but have your athletes start in a tall kneeling position. I like to have my laces down, okay? You can have people start with their toes up like this, but what I find is that when they do that, they're usually dragging their toes up the turf or up the ground, and that causes some issues initially. So, if you got those really explosive athletes, this can be great, but otherwise, I think starting with laces down, just how I learned in wrestling to be laces down here, that's a good place to start. Hips forward in a good tall position. Hands are going to kind of be an athletic stance. What we're going to do, hands can start tall or here, really up to you, but bringing them down is going to cause us to load that hip structure, okay? We're going to get that eccentric loading, and then we can use our arms to throw us back up, use that hip extension, and then we're going to land in an athletic stance. Okay, we want to try to get our feet flat, good athletic stance, not feet together, a little bit wider than hip width, almost in like a lay-in stance. So again, we're going to start here, arms up. Okay, so the goal is to be quick and snappy, okay? You're gonna have to use a lot of arm swing, again, violent hip extension to get up, move those feet underneath you to land in a good athletic position. And then one more time. Tall, back, here, okay? So, again, a lot of hip extension. Most athletes that have not done plyometrics or whatever, this is, like I said, a little advanced for them, but I do think if you've got athletes that can do this, this works great to work on that hip extension because you have to be fast, right? There's no way to be slow, no way to be slow and get onto the ground. So I really like this for about 5 to 6 reps for 3 to 5 sets, and I pair this with other plyometrics, just running, sprinting, jumping, what have you. I usually pair this with a lot of different things. I just very rarely do it solo. Usually it's with wrestlers, so we're usually doing some kind of slams or landmine presses, something that's rotational, something that's upper body explosive, something like that to get full body, well-rounded, a lot of good quality plyometrics before I move to their strength-based work. But again, you can even just use it for a regular Joe that's just trying to get more explosive from their hips. Got any questions? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks. Have a great day.